Hey, welcome back to New Gameplay Today. I'm Leo Vader. Joining me is Dan Tack.
Good evening.
He's reviewing this game for us. Kyle Hilliard.
Hi.
And Jeff Marchiafava.
Hey!
We're going to do our best to respect these cutscenes, so we'll talk more in just a minute here.
Japan was consumed by perpetual conflict. The fires of war raged on, spreading deep into the mountains, to the land of Ashina.
Is the war finally over?
You do a lot of that in this game.
I didn't know this was going to be so violent, Dan.
General Tamura is no more!
Master swordsman Ishin Ashina staged a bloody coup and wrested control of the land.
Yucky.
This is not a peaceful game. Spoiler alert.
Well, that guy cut some wheat. You know, there might be some farming stuff in here.
What's the matter, Stray? Nothing left to lose? Well, would you look at that? Fascinating. Will you join me, starving wolf?
On that day, a young cub was taken from the battlefield. He trained relentlessly, and indeed, went on to become a master shinobi.
Listen, Wolf. You must never forget the Shinobi Code. As your father, my word is absolute. Your master's is a close second. As of today, he is your master. Defend him with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at any cost. You understand me, don't you, Wolf?
Sekiro, of course, means one-armed wolf,
That it does.
as we've all read on the Wikipedia page for Sekiro.
I read that in Game Informer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Before we get any further, I just want to actually set this up. We're going to be playing the first couple hours of the game here, or in that space. So we won't have any big spoilers for anything later in the game. But just so you know, we will be playing those early areas and talking about that kind of stuff in terms of what to expect from spoilers.
After Ishin's coup, the Ashina clan was on the brink of collapse. And the shinobi, known as Wolf, had lost everything. Both the man who took him in and the boy he had sworn to protect.
This looks pretty.
This is a very pretty game.
Is this sort of no longer pre-rendered?
Shinobi,
Oh, that's a good question.
open your eyes. For the sake of your master.
This seems easy so far, Dan.
So it
You
began.
said this was the hardest game ever.
Oh, not, I said it was very hard, and it is.
Gameplay, 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 game. Come on, guys, gameplay.
Game
So
play.
this initial segment is sort of a tutorial, which will teach us things before we get a weapon.
Like jumping.
Jumping, well, not grappling yet, but jumping, stealthing, things like that. You'll see.
Well, sidling, shimmy. Oh, shimmying in this game.
Yes.
Sometimes sidling.
Sometimes stealth is the answer in the world of Sekiro.
So as a From Software game, it's hard not to compare this immediately to a Souls game, but you advise against doing that. Is that
Yes.
correct?
The gameplay may initially seem similar to Souls because of many of the mechanics and features that are similar. However, if you attempt to play this like a Souls game, you will be absolutely destroyed.
How so?
Well, I mean, in the Souls games, you can kind of hit your head against a wall for a while and just eventually
That's
break
not what I'm
through,
talking about. I'm
right?
talking about that will definitely happen in this game as well. I'm
Yeah.
saying you need to approach combat differently, and we'll talk about that more when we actually do
Get some
combat.
combat. I mean, just the fact that there's a jump button is like...
There is a dedicated jump button,
Yeah, like
which
that's-
also serves as a counter attack button
Okay.
for a sweeping attack. So if they strike at you low and you jump at them, you can counter. This is a game about countering your opponent's every move with a well-timed flurry of executed strikes, blocks, defends, all of them sort of flowing together to create master shinobi combat.
Wow. Good pitch.
If you do not master this art, you will not be able to complete the game.
All right.
Not for the faint of heart.
It's especially daunting, I think, for a Souls player to unlearn what they have learned. You cannot play this game like that. Although many of the trappings are still here, like bonfires are now idols.
You did well to come
but-
here. It's been too long, Wolf.
I've come to free you, my lord.
Well then. Raise your head. Kusabimaru, your sword. My shinobi. In accordance with the bond of Lord and Retainer, you will pledge your life in my service.
As you command.
So one of the first things is, as you may know, I don't usually use the lock-on feature in Dark Souls.
We all know that.
You have to use it in this game in order to correctly
I do have one more thing to give you. Take it.
time and parry your opponent, which is called deflection in this game.
It is a special gourd of medicinal waters. You
So this is, for those familiar with Dark Souls, this is the Estus Flask. This is your main healing item.
My lord.
were you gravely injured?
Upgradable.
It is upgradable in
Afterward?
different ways.
what?
You can get more
Do you not
charges,
remember that
and you
night?
can increase its
I do
potency.
not.
No. We'll talk about it later. Right now, we must escape Ashina Castle.
As you say.
There's a secret passage beneath the moat bridge that will take us out of the castle. Lord Ishin told me about it once. I ask you to find that secret passage. Once you find it, signal me with a reed whistle. You know, like you used to long ago. I will join you as soon as I hear it.
So again, this early segment is really about teaching you how to play the game, which it does a very good job of, mind you, including the combat mechanics. And we'll get to a little bit of how it trains you in other ways in a little bit.
Okay.
Wolf, do
Now,
not
I've noticed that you didn't make this guy.
the wounds.
Yeah.
He's the
Whoa.
one main character. Is that fair to say?
It is. And over the course of the game, you'll have the opportunity to make different decisions that can take the story in different ways.
Oh, really?
But I think to say more than that would cross the spoiler line. Now, the death blow. This is a big deal. This is how you kill almost every unit and every boss. You've got to break their posture to put them in a position for a death blow, or on regular enemies and mini bosses, get a stealth grab for to take one of their lives out. So stealth is important for regular enemies in a big way.
I love stealth.
So that was, I mean, as simple as getting behind them and pressing the attack
Yes.
button.
Well, it starts off pretty easy.
Well, of course it does, but I just because like even in Bloodborne and Dark Souls, like pulling off those kind of moves can be more complicated than simply just getting behind
It's simply
somebody.
getting behind him and pressing the attack button.
Okay, cool.
And death blows will also happen in a normal fight like this without a stealth pounce, as I deflect his attack and counter with my own. These clashing of swords is essential to the game's core combat.
Yeah, I feel like not a lot of games have gotten swordplay right.
The timing is very precise, and you will learn. You will learn every enemy's timing of attacks and movements in order to greatly increase your chances of winning. This is especially true for boss fights, where you will be doing tons of learning in order to properly counterplay them. I think there's a way to... using
They
your
might hurt you.
environment. Using your environment. I don't have the grappling hook yet, so I keep trying to...
But are we going to get that?
Yeah, oh yeah,
in
we're
this
going to get it
video?
pretty quickly.
That's actually like one of the things that makes me more excited about Sekiro than say like if From Software had done like another Dark Souls or a Bloodborne follow up, like that grappling hook I'm very excited to play around with and learn how to use.
Yeah, the grappling hook is fun, and it has a lot of interesting applications for exploration and combat. Oh, there's a boss in here? I don't remember this.
Jeffem, are you a Souls guy at all?
Oh god.
I played
Well, that's not how it's supposed to go.
That
a
was
little of
quick.
everyone.
Oh yeah, death is very fast when it happens. I don't remember that guy. Am I supposed to walk by him? I don't know. Interesting.
Does this appeal to you more or less than a typical Souls game?
I
Jeffem?
can't. Oh, that's Jeff. That's a Jeffem question.
That's a Jeffem specific question.
It's hard to say because when Tax says that a game is super hard, that really scares me. Because normally he's like, oh yeah, Dark Souls, whatever, walk in the park. I can beat it in one sitting. And I struggle super hard.
I don't know if I have to. I forget if I have to
Right.
beat this guy.
So the fact that he's terrified right now, which the viewers can't see at home,
Nah, it doesn't.
He's sweating.
Would you say harder than any Souls game, Tech?
I can't discuss that until the review tomorrow. I don't think.
What about the first 2 hours? Are they harder than the first 2 hours?
No,
of
the
any
first
Souls
the
game?
first 2 hours are pretty manageable.
Okay.
I don't remember if I have to kill this named samurai or not.
It's a lot prettier to look at, I feel like, knowing very little about the Souls series, just dabbling here and
probably-
hither and thither.
Equip my gourd.
I really like the animation so far.
Oh, it is. Yes. Oh,
Yes.
I guess we have to kill him. I should probably try to do a stealth thing on him first to make it easier. Maybe I can go around here.
Exploration.
It's been a long time since I played the tutorial.
Does he have white hair or does he have snow in his hair?
Is that a spoiler? Can we get into that?
I don't think he has snow in his hair, Kyle.
All right. So he has white hair.
Kyle, careful.
Tread lightly.
Dangerous ground here.
Tread as though you're, exploring.
So
a
no fall
dangerous
damage, or is that just
There,
not
there
high
is
enough?
there is fall damage from great heights.
Okay, that
Small
that
heights,
was
no.
not a great height. You're saying?
No, not in this game.
Okay, cool.
What the hell is this?
what?
It's dead,
There
whatever
a,
it was.
A skulking lizard.
Oh, it's more
See,
than
I'm
you're
trying to get to
fighting
this door. and it's-
monsters.
Wildlife.
I don't know how to get there without a grappling hook. Am I stuck down here forever? I don't.
Yeah, this is.
I'm not sure
the
if this
final
is the
zone
correct
of the
route
game.
to go. It is not,
Mm.
but I'm not sure.
Just
I
keep
don't
killing
recall
lizards.
this
Farm
ever being
lizards.
an issue when I first went through this tutorial, so I'm not sure.
Is
what
that a
I did
ledge you
differently.
can grab on up there? To your right?
Yeah, this is, but I don't think I can't get the height required to get to that.
But
Like
the other way, though.
the other side.
Yeah. That way. Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
Seems like you can grab up there.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But I got to get to that door over there.
Little platforming puzzle.
Oh, there are a few of those. Yeah,
How's the jumping around feel?
Yeah. Good
it
question.
feels good. It feels very responsive.
Okay.
Precise?
Definitely.
Cool.
I
You'll
love
get the
good,
hang of it.
precise jumping. That's a big selling point for me.
For sure.
All right, maybe we have to kill the samurai guy. I don't recall. Go
If
back
anyone
that
can
way.
do it, Dan.
I don't even know how to get back now.
Can you climb up the ledge now, here, above you?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, maybe we can take this.
This is the difficulty we're talking about.
Oh,
Gotta do a little wall hug up there.
that's right. That's a possibility.
Hug wall.
Hug wall.
Sometimes you're sidling, sometimes you're hugging.
Yeah. So yeah, for guys like that samurai, so mini bosses as they're called, which that one isn't really technically one, I don't think. There are many different ways to approach the situation. We'll find out. We'll see that soon.
Cool.
Using ninja tactics and environmental advantages to your benefit is a very real thing in this game.
I love Ninja Tactics.
Then you're gonna love this.
Did you play the Tenchu games back in the day, Dan?
I did not.
No? Okay.
So I can't make direct comparisons. Although I've heard plenty. This began as a Tenchu game. and
Yeah.
That's right.
Which is interesting.
Eleven Chew is what it was
You
called.
found it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Now let us leave this place.
Yes, my lord.
Now, yeah, the story in this game is a lot more explicit than it has been in Souls games or other From Software titles.
To run
Right.
from the fated bloodline
Is it spoilery to say if there's also an undercurrent of hidden lore?
Yeah, I don't want to get into that today.
Sure.
We can talk about that more in weeks to come.
In terms of like I like Dark Souls and Bloodborne fine generally. Like I like those games.
How many have
I
you
don't-
beaten, Kyle?
2 of them. I beat Dark Souls 2 and 3.
Okay.
And then I played a lot of Bloodborne. And I played a lot of Dark Souls 1 on my Switch. Cutscene.
There are a couple of cutscenes at the beginning here, but they really it's a nice setup for what's to come.
The divine heir. Last we stood together was your uncle's funeral.
Lord Genichiro. Thank you.
Leave this to me.
Yeah, leave this to me.
Also have the option of playing with Japanese dialogue and English
You do,
subtitles.
which is great, and I recommend that actually. Japanese with English subtitles.
Stands in our way.
However, the English VA in this game is pretty decent.
They've pronounced it all correctly so far.
They've done a great job. All right, here we go.
But what I was gonna say quickly is like the fact that there are like more specific cutscenes, sort of outlining a more like a direct story. The fact that there's like a jump button and then the grappling hook, like, are all things that make me excited to jump into Sekiro.
Yeah.
That and like I also like the idea of just playing as a single character, like not creating my character, but just experiencing this guy's story and playing as him. Like all those factors are things that make me more excited about this than like I said, like maybe than a Dark Souls 4 or a Bloodborne 2 personally.
Yeah, and the story is pretty cool. You're gonna
That's
love it.
cool. I'm into that.
It's definitely not just a, hey, I'm a ninja, I'm getting revenge. Obviously, things change across the course of the game, but can't really talk about any more of that, nor would I want to.
Yeah. But it good.
But it good.
It good.
Excellent.
That's a technical term.
Okay.
Do you think this could be an entry point for people into From Software games? With these new elements?
Yes, because I actually think that a Souls background can actually hurt you.
Interesting.
You'll have to unlearn it. It takes about a day.
You were using that.
I know. I kind of needed that, didn't I?
Give that back.
Is he gonna make a "give me a hand" joke?
I don't think it would fit the context of this particular title.
So still no sense of humor from those From Software folks, huh?
Hands off to you.
When are they going to make a comedy game?
The divine heir will be coming with me.
You're not as handy as you appeared.
This is all good stuff. Kind of a spoiler making the title One-Armed Wolf.
Yeah, man. Jeez. What are they thinking, right?
Yeah.
But luckily, as I already said, none of the stuff that happens in these first few hours is going to ruin your enjoyment of the game whatsoever. The big stuff happens later.
And I assume we can't speak to length right now?
No. Again, reviews will be out tomorrow, so come on back to Game Informer and check it out.
That's right. And then the game releases Friday.
Correct.
PS4, Xbox One, PC?
That's right.
I did it.
Very good, Kyle.
Thank you.
Jeffem, do you have anything smart to add?
No, I made all those hand jokes that kind of...
That was good.
Well,
They were good.
Those were smart.
I think you should try stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Anachronistic technology. That's what it is.
So you're awake. Looks like death is not your fate. Just yet.
So here we are.
Shinobi prosthetic.
Yes. This is the dilapidated temple where you'll be spending a lot of your time. This is the game's major hub, where you'll meet a lot of different characters over time, including this guy, the sculptor.
Call yourself. Your eyes, the eyes of a wolf who has failed in his duties. Or so it seems to me.
That is not your concern.
Spoken like a true shinobi. I must carve the Buddha. You do what you will.
So you can talk to him about quite a number of things, but I don't think we'll leave that for people to discover on their own.
Other peculiar visitors have come to this temple. There's one in the clearing to the right of the gate leading off the temple grounds. Two strangers in strange circumstances. You two might get along.
So initially, there'll only be a few people here to talk to. But that will change over time.
But that's where you go. You return here often.
This is your base of operations. Those familiar with the Souls games will find it similar to Majula or the Firelink Shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you upgrade it at all? Do you relapidate it?
Again, people you meet may show up here.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen you before.
This is an important character for everyone, really, because, as I said,
But you do have the look of a
soul
skilled
skill will
shinobi.
not help you here.
A shinobi.
So this guy can basically teach you the basics of combat. And as you learn new abilities, he can also teach you how to use those.
Quest. Face me in battle.
Huh?
So, what are the meters on like the top and the
Yes.
bottom of the screen?
We will go over that.
Is that what we're gonna go into?
So there's 2 meters, vitality and posture. Posture gets expended every time you get a deflect on them, or you counter one of their moves, or just smash them with your sword. And they're linked. So as you reduce vitality, their posture damage will stay high. Otherwise, their posture goes down. So they have a health bar and a posture bar. And by reducing their vitality, you make their posture bar much weaker. And it will stay at a high level so that you can kill
It's a
them
thing to behold
easier.
if you have managed to kill me in such
So
a-
those are the 2 different mechanics,
Some call
vitality
it
and
dying.
posture.
Others infested. I can't die, so I just am. How about you? What brings you to a rundown temple like this? Seems you have a lot on your mind. Say, why don't you use me for some sword practice? Might come in handy for whatever your mission is. A warm body that can't die might prove useful to you. I volunteer mine. Well,
Why doesn't this guy go do the game if he
Yeah,
can't
right.
die?
let's go. They say, swinging one
Perhaps that's an
sword is
answer
a
for
cure
another time.
Ah.
I
I
mean-
guess also Sekiro can't really die. It just comes back.
So he offers a variety of training options. Right now, it's just the very, very basic stuff, but his options will unlock as over the course of the game.
Come back
and
when
those are
you
like
have
just
techniques
literally
to try.
tutorials, right? You're not gaining like
No, they're just
experience
it's
or
just
anything.
letting you practice how to do things,
Gotcha.
which is important, very important.
That's very nice of him because I imagine like getting hit by a sword still hurts a fair amount, even if you're not dying, right? I mean,
I would imagine so. So here at the sculptor's idol, you can do all kinds of things, including well, right now we can just rest, but over the course of the game, these other things on the side will unlock here: prayer beads, memories. Giving 4 prayer beads will increase your vitality and posture. Giving a memory will increase your attack power.
and you find those in the world. or-
Memories you get from completing major bosses, and prayer beads are hidden across the world in secret areas, as well as you get one off of every mini boss.
Interesting.
Because some mini bosses
Yes.
are optional, others are not.
I'm excited about
Here
this.
we go.
In fact, some of the mini bosses in the game could be considered real bosses in other games.
So there's
Major
specific
bosses.
grapple points.
Yes, and you
Okay.
must look for them. And sometimes you'll have to take a leap of faith to connect with them.
Whoop. It always puts you on top of the point.
No, there are some that are just actual like through points where you'll fling, and you can't actually grapple to the point itself. And
Okay.
You'll have to start balancing that. You'll get the hang of grappling pretty quickly, and you can use grappling to quickly move across areas that you've already explored. But it is generally advised to explore the area fully before trying to move on, because although you can move across areas very quickly in this game in comparison to other From Software games, there's a lot of hidden things that you're going to want to find. Including very important quest items and prosthetics and other upgrades. So here we are in the first area. As you can see, it's more vertical and we can take different routes.
When you rest, do all the enemies come back?
They do.
Classic.
Very. So like I said, although a lot of the framework is
Yeah.
very Souls-like, the combat is very different, and that's something which will take some getting used to.
Yeah.
Especially the stealthing and all that stuff too. That's a really fun thing that you can do. It doesn't really impact boss battles though. Like you're not going to be able to ever stealth a real boss down. But mini bosses can definitely be gamified a little bit and made easier through the use of stealth.
Yeah. It always feels better when enemies have good awareness.
And they do. And you're going to want to use stealth a lot, especially when you find yourself stuck.
Can you incorporate the grappling hook into combat? Can you like pull
There-
yourself towards enemies or anything?
Like Pathfinder.
Or is it,
know
I think
what,
Dan doesn't want to answer that question.
I will just
I'm not going
say-
to make you.
Yes.
Oh, great. I am
It requires a skill unlock, but it can be
Gotcha.
done in the game.
very satisfied with that answer.
And it's not all enemies, but let's just say ones that have things you could hook to.
Gotcha.
Right.
Old hook
And also
monsters.
certain arenas may have things to hop around to.
Oh, sure.
People in old-timey diving suits.
So this is our first prosthetic, the shuriken. A very simple thing to understand. You throw shurikens.
Doge is in this game.
This is the first mini boss is right here. He's a general. And he is actually pretty difficult for this stage of the game when you have nothing. And this is sort of trying to explain to you, if you can't fight something, it's very possible to move on and go to the next area immediately. In many
Right.
cases, but not all. Some mini bosses have hard stops behind them, so you have to kill them. Others you can avoid until much later in the game, and they're easier, and you can just slaughter them for their prayer bead. This one I'm going to show you. I'll probably die, but I'm going to show you how you can get an edge up on this guy by going around him first. This is sort of one of the more basic, most basic of all. Sort of like he's just standing there, right? Like not everyone's going to be this simple. You'll have to do much more creative setups, but this one just sort of opens up and says hello. And I screwed it up, and he saw me.
Oh, no.
But that's okay. I'm. Oh, whoa, no, I didn't want to go. Okay, whatever. We'll fight him raw.
Do you know what you did wrong there?
Yeah, I do. I got seen.
Were you too loud, or why did he turn around?
I should have stealthed, yeah.
Oh, like you should have been in crouch mode?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool.
God. Now, one of the reasons I'm sucking is because later on in the game you have so many different abilities and stuff that you can use
Right.
that I'm trying to use, like...
It's hard to go back.
It is very hard to go back. And it looks like I don't have res yet for some reason.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, here we go. Here it is. Here it is.
You were supposed to die there.
No, well, I mean, probably... You're supposed to die sometime.
So that's obviously not Souls-like.
Right. This is essential because of the inherent fragility of your character in this game.
And,
What dictates whether you get to do that or not?
You get to do it once per... Oh, there's a lot of different factors, but every time you rest, you'll get a pip. You'll get a node.
Gotcha.
And that was a perilous attack, and I couldn't block that.
How does it denote that?
Different perilous... That little kanji that showed up,
Sure.
that means you've got to time something if you want to counter it. Which I think I have yet, the Makiri, which is very valuable. Again, there are many moves that you'll unlock through skill trees that can be extremely useful in battle, including like air attacks and yes, you lose half your golden skill points when you die.
Oh.
So could you-
more importantly than that, it also puts Dragon Rot across the land, which can impact NPCs and make them start dying. And that's
Dragon
not
Run?
good. Dragon Rot.
Rot.
They explain it a little bit more later, but that's the more important thing rather than losing your gold and XP, because that's always easy to get. But the Dragon Rot can impact game progress in a significant fashion.
Now, I get frustrated when I die and there are no consequences.
Interesting.
Will I be frustrated by all the consequences? of
Probably
this
not.
game?
You'll be more frustrated by the many deaths than you will by the consequences from the deaths.
That attack was awesome.
That was cool. And he looked like he didn't like it. He was not a fan, the
Yeah.
boss.
I don't remember the timing on this guy. You have to basically memorize the attacks for every boss.
Right.
And I don't remember the timing on this guy, nor do I have my special abilities.
This looks like a fast game, Dan.
Very. It's a hair trigger.
Like, I think generally Bloodborne is kind of considered the fastest.
Bloodborne
of the
is
From Software games,
Bloodborne
but-
is an extremely offensive-oriented game.
Yeah.
This one you have to have an offensive defense, to put it plainly. Like, you've got to be in their face, breaking their posture, but you also have to make sure that you defend against all these attacks that you've got coming in.
And you're jumping around a lot. You don't really have like a stamina meter connected
There's
to
no
like, your
stamina.
movement.
You're more worried about your posture. Systems are about breaking the enemy posture, which you can see at the top there. He's using a posture cure. That sucks. But since I've reduced his vitality, his posture will still recover slower.
And
as you can see, this guy can kind of be gamed as I'm just trying to draw out that kanji attack so I can get in for a quick slice.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you're going to be very, very knowledgeable of your enemy attack movesets in order to fight some of the harder bosses in this game. And in fact, it is essential. Knowing your enemy's movements and patterns is critical.
Yeah.
You will become a true ninja over the course of this game.
Shinobi?
And I'm not joking.
So you're a true ninja.
I'm not saying... Well, yeah.
You forced him into
I
it.
can
Leo.
confirm that, yeah. Oh, close one.
Any
Yeah,
error
master
can be,
compliment receiver.
Any error can be immediately fatal.
Yeah.
And that's even against this guy. This guy's just a little mini-boss. He's like the first baby mini-boss.
Yeah.
He looks like
and
a
you saw how
baby.
easily he killed me.
Looks like a little idiot.
He's a little idiot. Like, anything can kill you.
Right.
And you can kill
Oh.
anything. And that is the lesson here.
Yeah, right in the neck.
Wow.
Prayer bead, gourd seed.
Yeah, see, that's good because you get a gourd seed off that guy too. Most of the time later on, you just get a prayer bead. But some of the mini bosses actually give you additional things,
And
even skills. So
That's for upgrading your gourd, I
Yes.
assume, right?
and you're going to want to get these things. If you find yourself stuck, make sure you go back and try to kill some of the mini bosses you may have not have killed, because the mini bosses can often be exploited. Not all of them. Some of what I call the gateway mini bosses cannot be exploited and must be dealt with explicitly like a major boss. But a lot of them, like that guy, have an opportunity for you to take off that first node, which makes stuff lots easier by doing a jump attack or a stealth attack on them early.
Does that guy also come back if he rests?
He will not come back. Mini bosses never respawn.
When you were hitting, doing your combos and it was working on him, that was gorgeous.
Oh, you think that's cool? Wait till later.
All right. I will.
You should read my review for more. I don't want to go into too much of that right now. But mastering combat in this game is just an awe-inspiring experience to yourself. You will crap your pants at what you can do and what you cannot.
Putting a lot of faith in us, Dan.
You will be a pants-shitting ninja.
Take this bell. It's a charm I made with the young master in mind.
It's very nice of you.
Offer it to Buddha for his sake.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks. So that right there is the first example of a different direction you can take in the game, and an important one.
Oh, because you had the dialogue choices there.
No dialogue choice, but that bell enables us to go to a different area.
Oh, okay.
So we can keep along this path, or we can go to a completely new zone
Gotcha.
through the use of the bell.
My name is Mosuke Nogami, a vassal of the Hirata family. Or at least I was. I ask a favor. Might you look in on the old lady in that house?
Just
She's
did.
my mother.
We did.
Her mind is failing. She cannot tell one from another.
I met your mother. She gave me a bell.
Nice.
She did she? You have my thanks. That bell's troubled her for a long
And I think in this game there are actually more NPCs and more interactions than other From Software titles. It might be close, but I think there's more. Lots of very important people to interact with in multiple ways. I do not want to take this route. This is a very dangerous route at this point.
Well, you best.
This
start.
puts me in the line of fire of a gunman.
Guns.
Whoa.
That guy.
Oh, he's like Is he, what's it called?
Yes.
A
A
you know what I'm
perceptive
talking-
eye, Kyle. I do. Why don't you say it?
I can't think of the
Say
word.
it.
He's got the
Say it.
Kyle, we're waiting.
Kyle, say it, because I know what you think.
leper. He's a leper, right?
So is this like that one move?
Wait, that movie that I said was my favorite movie of all
That's
time
right,
recently
Kyle.
on the
Well,
Game
all right.
Informer
Why
show?
don't you let him know?
You know what we're talking about, right, Jeffem?
No.
Tell the viewers at home, Kyle, what the heck you're talking about.
Princess Mononoke.
Great movie.
All the lepers held the guns.
Oh,
And
look at
there's
this.
chickens in this game?
There are chickens.
You promised no spoilers, Dan.
The chickens are right here. We could talk about the first 2 hours.
You're that good Sir Shinobi, sir. Huh? Well, I haven't seen you since, well, since that night. What night?
It's a night.
You don't remember? No.
Perhaps we will remember.
I see. You don't remember. Listen, sir. You and I, no, we've met before. I was a thief back then. But those days are behind me. Now, I'm an upright and honest merchant. Only problem is, I'm broke. And being broke, I don't have anything to sell. So, good sir, would you mind lending me just a few coins to get my business going?
What are you gonna do here?
Something useful just for you. Oh, you bet I will. And as a little bonus, I'll tell you all about that night. What do you think? Pretty good deal, right?
What do you guys think?
Yeah. What's 50 cents? That's nothing.
I don't have enough, I don't have enough money. I have 6.
Yes, 6.
We'll get, more.
You do want to do that, obviously.
Yeah.
He
as he
seems
offers many
nice.
essential goods and services. Now, what's coming up here is best tackled after we go into the route. Let's explore more.
Okay. So you have that charm to go to another area right now?
Oh, you just missed it. There was an eavesdrop experience, but they saw me, so I'm going to reset them.
Unless you can listen in on people.
Yes, and it can be extremely helpful for learning more about the area around you and other ninja things.
So what's happening? What's this?
This is a bonfire.
Okay.
So I've unlocked the ability to enhance myself with 4 prayer beads. We're not even close to that yet.
Don't have
we're gonna
enough
try
prayer
to-
beads. Don't have enough money.
I know. Real ninja problems.
I don't feel safe with that big bastard just tied up next to us. I'd rather not be gravely injured just before the war begins. If the worst happens, only choice is to use fire.
Now, not all hints in the game are this explicit, but this is the early game. They kind of wanted to say, yo, that big giant thing up there that's going to beat you down, probably try that.
I think they want you to use fire. I'm not.
They do. Now,
know,
I mean, we're
haven't
going to
played
take a
this
crack
much,
at the
so-
we're going to take a crack at the chained ogre without fire. It won't go well, but but we'll take a crack at it since we're here.
Oh, you beat that last guy. That was
Oh,
pretty
this
easy.
is different. This is so there are several different types of things in the Souls universe, and the big and burlies, as I like to call them, are the ones that you always have to really watch out for. The ones that can just full of rage,
That guy got up very slowly, considering what was happening in front of him.
You always want to open combat like that if possible to give you the edge.
Right.
They have this guy up here just waiting to stab you in the back when you're fighting the ogre, so you kind of want to remove him right away.
Smart.
Oh boy, I haven't tussled with this guy for a while. Let me tell you, he is he's.
Oh, see, okay, there you go.
There we go.
You can incorporate. Oh, that was a wrestling move.
Yeah.
He's got lots of wrestling moves, and surprisingly long reach for a big guy.
Can you smell what the chained ogre is cooking?
He waves his hand in front of his face. That's a wrestling thing, right?
Yeah. You can't see what the chained ogre is cooking.
So you may see me running around a lot.
I can tell.
This is one of the strategies to learn your opponent's maneuvers. Try to bait. It's the old bait, right?
Right.
Want to get him to do something that opens up a window of attack opportunity.
So it doesn't always require you to die to his crazy attacks.
No, if I
first.
was better, I'd be in there deflecting right now, and I just don't feel confident because I haven't fought this guy in forever.
Yeah.
Feels like a million years ago.
A lifetime.
It was actually not that long ago, but it feels like a long time since I've been on other fights. Let's
Yeah,
put it
again,
that
we
way.
can't speak to the length, but
Not
about
yet.
a million years is what we've got right now.
And just like in Dark Souls, you get in there and you start swinging. You're like, I feel still pretty comfortable, but you should always leave before you overstay your welcome.
right before that last sword
And here's the thing
swing,
about this
so.
game. You may not always get attack opportunities like this. These are actually pretty generous compared to what I'm used to now.
Right.
That one,
Oh.
you fail that, you're dead.
Ugh.
You seem dead.
Death is not the end.
So are you?
Can you stab him in the back now if you come back to life?
No, this guy, there's no way to abuse that pip that I know of.
But that's a thing you can do though. You can you can like stealth attack somebody if they think you're dead. And wake
Yes,
back up.
absolutely.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's.
Ow!
This guy's the wrestler. Okay, but like you heard those two guys saying, perhaps with fire,
Well, I mean,
we'd have a much better chance against this guy.
maybe we'll see.
So you said you lose half your skill and half your money? when
You lose
die?
half your skill points to the next level. So if you've already locked in a skill point,
Okay.
you'll lose just half to the. So if you've got 3 already in the bank,
Mhm.
you'll lose just a half. You won't ever go below that 3.
Ah, okay.
You'll lose half the. We don't even have 1 skill point yet.
And you
Yeah.
you bank do
And
you
half your
bank
money.
them in when you rest at one of these places?
No. I mean, you could. That's where you could trade them in.
Okay.
Once you have a skill tree, we haven't unlocked one yet. I'm not sure when we get one. Probably pretty soon. Let's go back to the temple and see what's up.
So that charm you got,
The charm I got. Which charm?
that takes you to a different area
Yeah,
from the
the
old lady?
bell, yeah.
Is that a different area along the main path, or is that like a side thing? You know, is that a mandatory place you have to go?
I'm trying to
Or
think.
how does that work?
I'm trying to think. Hang on. I think technically it's all optional, but I'm not entirely. You're going to want to do it. Let me put it that way.
Gotcha.
Yes.
You truly returned from the dead. The power of the dragon's blood. I never thought I'd see it with my
Does she
own
have cute little cat ears?
Who are you?
My name is
I don't think so.
Emma. I am a doctor serving a certain master.
We'll have to get the mod going.
Forgive me, but for his safety, I cannot reveal his identity. However, my master gave explicit orders to assist you in any way I can. I'm not telling you to trust me. However, I must fulfill my master's orders. The gourd of medicinal water you possess, that was originally a creation of mine. I am a doctor, and I will assist you in that capacity.
You made this gourd.
Yes, it was intended for
That
Lord
tree
Kuro,
made that gourd.
but it seems he entrusted it to you. I'm sure you may have noticed, but the medicinal waters in this gourd spring forth on their own. Even after being emptied, you will find it full again after a short rest.
Yes. Is there a way to improve it?
Bring me gourd seeds.
Gourd seeds?
Yes, medicinal waters flow from gourd seeds. Adding new seeds will increase the volume of these medicinal waters. If you find any, bring them to me.
All right. Is this a gourd seed?
Yes. Bring it here. Plant
I'm carrying
the
around
seed
this little
into the
pebble.
gourd. Perfect. Now the volume of medicinal waters in your gourd will increase.
They're really spelling this out.
Is it
As
strange?
I say, it's
It's important to do so, I think.
It's a lot of context for them just saying, like, that's that thing from Dark Souls.
I mean, yeah, exactly. But not everybody's
That's
played Dark
cause
Souls,
for
right? So
celebration.
people may not have the, like, oh, duh, this is the Estes
That's
Flask
what
moment,
my
right?
mentor Dogen taught me.
I see.
Please bring me any other gourd seeds you find. I should be able to further increase the volume of the medicinal water.
What will that do?
And I kind of like it that it doesn't assume that you've played all
Did
the
I
Dark Souls
hear the
games, you know?
ringing of a chime?
It was probably this bell. I was told to offer it to Buddha.
Does she ever tell
Does
you
the
that
bell
you're out of your
hold any
gourd?
significance
I
for
am
you?
not going
If
to
it
speak
does,
to other things.
Well,
she
sure, that
may
might
or
be
may
a
not
spoiler.
say.
All right, all
He
right.
is quite knowledgeable.
It's not a
when it
no.
comes to Buddha.
You are out of your gourd.
I found one.
A shinobi tool?
Yes.
I said before that your prosthetic arm was a fang. But by fitting shinobi tools to your arm, you'll be able to change the form of that fang. Thick shields, break them into splinters. Swift foes, bring them down from afar. Fitting more devices means more ways to slay your enemies. If there's someone that needs killing, there's a proper way to kill them. That's all there is to it.
That is actually the best piece of advice in the whole game.
Specific attacks for specific enemies?
I mean, that's very. You'll have to learn the precise timing of combat as well, but that using prosthetics can give you an edge in fights that may seem impossible.
Did he hint at one of them being ranged?
That's the one where we just got.
Oh, great.
Yeah, throw a shuriken.
So we're going to create this puppy. Later, we'll be able to upgrade them here as well.
Yes, Right.
Bring me
That
arm
kind-faced
seeds.
Buddha you see over there
He says that
don't
later.
do anything funny with it.
Your shinobi tools are an extension of your basic combat mechanics, which are the most important thing is to learn the fundamentals of combat, deflection and the like, but the prosthetics add a huge element to the game as well as these two things, which are locked currently.
So it's
Who
saying you
knows
can
what
have
this could
3
be.
at a time and then you switch between them on the fly?
Yeah, that's correct.
Cool.
He said, "Don't do anything funny over there."
Hear the bell speak to you.
You gotta shake it.
I don't think that's very it's very appropriate, Leo.
The bell. It's the only way you'll hear it speak to you.
The bell's chime will stir your thoughts and awaken old memories from their slumber.
So this opens up a whole new segment of the game, and like I said, this game has certain parts of it that you're going to be able to go in many different directions in order to improve your character to make another path easier. You will often be working on multiple paths at once.
Okay, so we just went 3 years earlier. We're in a
Correct.
memory.
We are indeed in a
But
memory.
he has his arm, right? So is that just like...
We're not in a real memory.
Okay, but that's fine. I just was wondering if that was kind of like the idea behind it is like you're sort of like walking through these memories, or if it's like you're literally reliving something that happened.
You are and you aren't, and I can't go into that more at this point.
Looks like it's almost a Harry Potter type of thing.
Oh.
A Harry Potter type of thing.
Yeah, where you stick your head in the water. I forget what it's called.
Pensieve?
I don't remember that.
Pensieve. Call yourself a Harry Potter
I
fan.
don't. I mean, yeah, I can like the series without knowing everything. Okay.
By the way, I don't know if I've ever heard you ever say that you like Harry Potter at all.
I'm a big fan of the Dementors. Okay.
Those are cool.
Relatable.
So this is a very. I'm going to show this off. This
You're
is
a good swimmer.
I like that.
This is an important part of the game, and I want to make sure people know about it. This
swim.
is the Carp Man. Hang on a second.
Does he have a carp plan? Can you swim and swing your sword?
Yes, you can.
What the hell kind of game is this?
I want to show people this. This is a treasure carp scale. You're going to want to look for these carps as you go through the game. These are a drop from these carps that you'll have to sort of chase down and kill.
They're precious.
They are precious. This is a precious currency, make no mistake.
Like the gem lizards?
It is very similar to the gem lizards. Except these offer, the gem lizards give you stuff that you can find elsewhere, crafting
Right.
materials, but these offer treasure carp scales. What did treasure carp scales do, you might ask? I'm going to show you.
Oh.
This merchant.
Well, this is already weird. Oh, it's the...
Sorry, sir. I'm good. Sorry. No cash. Sorry.
I gave that thing a letter in Majora's Mask. I remember that thing.
So this guy offers a lot of things that you can only get through carp scales. And you're going to want to come visit this guy throughout the game.
Got to get some of that divine grass.
This might be of particular interest to some players.
Ooh.
You might want to save up for this. That's all I'm saying.
That's 7 carps.
It does cost 7 carps. And there's some other things. This is a combat art that you can only get from this. And this is a very useful healing item. And there's another item that he sells that he doesn't stock yet because we haven't unlocked Dragon Rot. But he also offers an item that will eliminate the Dragon Rot in your world and return it to normal.
And that's a good thing.
So the Dragon Rot is the thing that happens after the game starts punishing you for death. The Dragon Rot can infect your friendly NPCs, like the Sculptor, like the Doctor, the ones that we've seen, and they will get sick. And the only way to get it back is by using a certain item, it's a rare item, but it can be acquired in several different ways. Surprisingly, dogs are traditionally the really annoying and hard in From Software games. Not so much in this game because you're faster than everything. Yeah, that's right. Come on.
Nice.
Come
so you
on.
can stagger him out of those unblockable attacks.
Sometimes you have to know which ones can be staggered and which can't, and it's a whole to do.
Whole to do.
So we're going to get in here. This is the Harada Estates. This is a section that I got to play over at From Software when we did the cover.
Old hat. Did that say that was like a distraction item?
It is. It's a piece of ceramic that you can throw to distract enemies.
Yeah, okay.
For stealth purposes?
Correct. Leo, you're good at this.
Leo,
we got to get over here playing. All right, I'm going to...
I'm a stealth boy.
This,
Leo
this
is a
is the
little
first
stealth boy.
section of the game that really tasks you with learning how to stealth and maneuver around an area as a ninja. Luckily for us, I already know where all these key items are.
You have a great ninja run.
So there's the fire is actually kept in the fire here. You're going to want to get that. Oh god, no. You get Now see, your ability to infinite run in this game because of a no stand bar is interesting. And,
I'm into it. I like it.
Right, and but again, like I said, you can cruise through these zones and be like, oh man, you can just run through the boss. Technically correct, but very, very wrong, because you're going to have to explore the hell out of these areas.
Are frames dropping a little bit?
You know what? I didn't see. There was only one section in the game that I noted that had a significant frame rate drop, and it was minor.
And we are playing on just a standard PS4.
We are playing on a standard PS4.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Are those giant chickens?
They are giant chickens. You want to go see the
Yes.
giant chickens? Let's see
Yes.
But why are you even asking?
Let's see the giant chickens.
No!
Oh! Dan, now they're all going to attack you.
Now
They
see,
get mad when you do
You
that.
actually have to be very concerned with the giant chickens because they can squawk and make a lot of noise. So these are the things we pick up to use the shinobi tools. You get these drops very frequently, but let's say you're doing a couple hours of boss attempts, you might go through a lot of them. So you can actually use coin to purchase them as well at any sculptor idol.
so brutal for killing a chicken.
You will understand later why there can be no mercy for the chicken.
And you just picked up their
pellets.
Pellets, yeah. It's a heal over time item. So as a Souls player, you'll be familiar with that. Sort of like the grass. You might wonder why I harbor such animosity for these, but...
Well, you grew up on a farm.
Look at that! Look at that! See, look at that! Chicken...
Oh my god!
You just got killed by a
I don't know,
chicken.
you know, that's because I slept on it. You know, I was just like, whatever, it's a chicken, it can't hurt me.
Well, now we understand, Dan. Oh,
mean, no,
this
that-
doesn't know what's coming to him.
Alright.
Is there ever a reason to just die there when you have the option to resurrect? You ever do that?
Sure. On boss attempts where I know it's going to take a lot of healing items and everything, and if I'm just like in phase 1 of a phase 3 fight, I'll just be like, you know what? Let's go back to the mat.
Gotcha.
Don't waste it.
Refresh myself, meditate, and think about what happened.
Does that change anything as opposed to dying when you've resurrected before that?
No.
Hey, open up! Open up or else! I can hear you whispering in there! If you don't surrender peaceably now, you're gonna regret it later! Hey, can you hear me? Hey!
Those are not
Can you
nice
stealth
people.
kill that guy?
One of them, yeah. The other one will probably see me while I do it, right?
Are there two there? Oh, so
There are. I know there are two there. Believe me.
Brag.
Hey, remember this guy?
Hey, good sir.
Uh,
Are you a looter too? Good sir, you look like a shinobi, I think. Are you looking for something? Well, in any case, I found this place first. So, keep your eyes peeled out there, huh? And, don't let the door hit you on the...
Ass.
Oh, by the way, while I was on my way here, I saw a 3-story pagoda on top of some cliff. It was a fine pagoda. Really fine.
Why is he telling me
I
this?
bet there's some kind of treasure kept in there. Gotta be. That's what I think, at least.
All right, guy.
He's telling us where a very interesting item can be found.
He seems very trustworthy.
He's a merchant trying to make his way in the world.
I heard he was a thief.
You know, he's a
3
looter.
years
He's
ago.
not a great person, but in the scope of this game...
Oh, you found a little baby.
A bundled Jizo statue. That's a very good item. That will actually restore a pip of resurrection. So that's what you use in a very intense boss fight on those final moments where you're like, he's beaten down, I'm beaten down. I need that extra edge. And interestingly enough, since this game has a dedicated pause, you can use items through the pause menu, which is super convenient for those who are like stressing out during the fight, running and scrolling through the wheel.
Right.
You know, you have the option to not deal with that aspect.
Yeah, why make games online anymore, honestly? There's no purpose.
They were a fad. I mean, yeah, you can pause because there's no online component to this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
And you'll
worth
notice I
talking
pick up
about,
all
right?
the items in the area by just tapping a key, tapping the square button.
Oh, you just with that
And
as
it-
long as you're
And
nearby.
it just sucks them all in, yeah. So you don't really miss anything.
Sucks them up, sucks them in.
Yeah, let me begin.
Yep. Nice little callback there for the true fans.
To when you guys wrote that song together.
That's
We
right.
did. It was in the Dark Souls 3 playthrough. Check it out, GameInformer.com.
God, I don't remember who that band is anymore. Band, in quotes.
Oh, it was a House of Pain?
House of Pain. We are House of Pain, Leo. I didn't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's cool.
Who are you?
I'm not a thief.
You're the young lords. Oh, thank goodness. Honorable Shinobi, those filthy bandits are after the young lord. They've already climbed the hill and set the estate on fire. It looked as if the young lord had no way to escape.
I beg of you, Shinobi. Please rescue the young lord.
I entrust this.
I'm actually the rapper Young Lord.
Ooh, an antidote powder.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's going to save me.
So you can tap through dialogue, right?
You can. I'm leaving it because, people want to read
wanna
that.
see it. But I always appreciate that. Like, the characters that you return to often, you just click through their dialogue and you kind of learn that sort of rhythm of their speech of the first word of every sentence.
You can click through the dialogue. You can skip cutscenes. It's all available.
You didn't lead them here yourself. The timing of their attack was perfect.
It's a beautiful shot.
Normally those bandits wouldn't have
Thank you, Dave.
How about that? How about that?
Yes, it had to be you. I hope you die, traitor.
Can you slash him through the window?
You
Just
cannot.
Poke your sword forward.
So there's another important item here. I forget which one of these. Oh, I think it's over there.
So did you miss the online nature of the Souls games at all?
I mean,
do you feel like it would have worked here?
When I've reviewed the Souls games in the past, I have not had the opportunity to participate in online. So
That's true.
I've never had that assistance. I think some people are definitely going to miss the ability to call other people in for help.
You know, as much as I've joked that no game should have online, I do take advantage of that feature.
Why not?
So I'll probably miss it here when I'm really struggling with a boss, which I'm sure I never will.
No, you'll
Yeah,
destroy
if
them all
you
on
ever
the first
struggle
try.
with the boss.
The Shinobi Axe and the Monkey. This is a very important Shinobi tool.
And you have to go see the Carver guy
Yes,
to
put it on.
allow them to be equipped.
And there are many that you'll find over the course of the game.
And that looked missable. Do you know if you can just...
Oh yeah, you can. Like I said, that's how they balance the fact that you can cruise through a level with grappling and speed.
Right.
If you do, you're going to be at a serious disadvantage. You gotta look around. You gotta search. You gotta find secrets. These are immensely explorable areas in this game that you're going to want to spend a lot of time with. And because of the grappling, there's lots of secrets hidden, like ledges out of the way, and some stuff I can't talk about. Later on, you may open up even more accessibility options in terms of traversal that may enhance your experience through some of these older zones.
All right, I'm trusting you.
You should.
You still haven't thrown a shuriken, I don't think.
No, I don't like to waste my spirit items. I don't have many. I haven't been. Normally, you'd probably do some farming in order to get a big cachet of spirit emblems and stuff like that in order to have lots of abilities.
Can you waste one just so we can see it?
Now, see this. I'm sure I'll be throwing plenty of them soon enough. Okay.
Okay. So keep watching. Don't change that dial.
So this right here is the first of a mini boss setup, a little more complicated than the one we already did. That dude walking around with the spear, he's the mini boss. He's a ninja hunter. He's very good at his job. Now,
That's your greatest foe.
at this point in the game, yeah. You'll notice other enemies are in his arena as well. And that door over there will become a fog gate as soon as he's aggroed, so you won't be able to pass through it. However, you can get around the zone another way, which we're going to go in a second, but I want to discuss this fight a little bit more first. You'll notice all these shrubbery around this area and the
Foliage.
trees. You can use these to a big advantage and get a jump on him, take down one of his health globes immediately before the fight even starts. And then you'll have to fight him. And you're going to want to get a skill tree first that gives you a spear counter kind of move. And I don't remember where that skill tree is. I think the guy just gives it to you, but we'll find out. We'll see.
I will say, taking a fight like this, very risky because you've almost got a skill point. If you die, you'll lose a huge part of that bar.
You'll lose a lot of that fear. That fear is irrelevant in this game most of the
Okay.
time. You'll be like, whatever, I want to grind out a bar of skill. Cool.
Since enemies respawn anyway, I guess you don't really.
Yeah, it's
lose
not a
much.
problem. You'll be like in Souls grinding. It's very similar. You'll find good areas where you can get big real quick, and then you'll just want to dedicate yourself to growing.
Get big.
And there are very valuable skills that you can acquire. Very, very valuable. Okay, so this is a little tricky here. This is oh boy.
Well.
Yeah, how
What
about
an
that?
idiot.
Yeah.
That was scary.
He was a dum-dum.
I bet the estate fire is totally out of control by now.
All these people, all they talk about is fire.
Choice is to use this cave. Don't let a single rat escape. Lord Juzo's orders.
Lord Juzo. I'll tell you, that guy.
You can kill him later.
A week ago, I thought
Oh, excuse me.
a week ago, I thought Lord Jozu was a tough opponent. Now I know he is
Now
nothing.
that you're a wise assassin.
He is nothing.
He's just a man.
He's only a man.
Oh, hello, sir. Oh, you got another? Is there another one there too? You got a shielded dude over there?
Is there a window of invulnerability when you're finishing someone off, or was that just lucky?
You got aggro frames.
Okay.
Not aggro frames. iframes. Sorry.
Iframes.
And you'll see a point where you can wall jump.
Oh, I like this.
Combat is not always the correct decision. You'll find yourself in and out of combat, stealth and kill, coming back to kill old targets.
I like that. I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far.
Now boss battles are different. Boss battles, you kind of got to play it straight. But for mini bosses, you'll find, again, like I already mentioned, a big advantage in using all of the environment around you.
So did you bank your level now?
The level is banked, but I don't know if I can actually do anything with it, since I haven't unlocked any. You're going to find these things in the game called esoteric texts. There are multiple things. These essentially translate into what are skill trees.
Okay.
So, and then you can put your points into those to get stronger, both passively and actively. Lots of active combat skills, lots of passive bonuses.
So the level banks automatically when it gets to 1?
Yeah, so it's stuck
Okay,
at 1 now.
okay.
Now it won't go below
So
1
you didn't
until I
actually
spend
have
it.
to sit there to bank it or anything like
No.
Right.
It just won't go under
Yeah.
1 now. I can always spend that. I can spend that 1 point.
That's cool.
Nice.
Locks in at every point acquired.
Looking for
And you
cord
can
seeds.
actually
Notice anything
hedge the coins a little bit too, because there are items you can purchase called like bags of coins. So let's say you're carrying around 5,000 gold, and you're like, I don't want to lose half of that.
Yeah.
You can go buy these coin bags.
And now you're alive again. So that means it has to do with resurrection.
Resurrection?
Lord Kuro. It's said to be a power of the divine heir's dragon heritage. Those who have been given the power of resurrection. They are revived upon death, repeatedly.
Impossible.
Yes, it is rather strange, and yet, it is happening here and now. Let me know if you notice any more changes. I don't think the power of resurrection comes without a cost.
Indeed, there is a hefty price.
I'm glad you... Goodbye.
It sounds like we need to find some more gourd seeds. having
It's
two
all about those
having two
gourd
charges
seeds.
right now is blowing my mind.
What is it?
Seems to me your battle sense has returned. You're more like a shinobi than before, if only a little. Take this.
And this is what I was talking about. You'll find a bunch of these over the course of a game, and these unlock skill trees, which we can use our skill points in. This probably triggered because we got a skill point. That's
So
my
you have
guess.
to unlock a skill tree to go
Yes.
down the skill tree?
Correct.
Recorded within are fighting techniques that cannot be performed by samurai. Whether you make use of them or not is up to you. Shinobi aren't the only ones with their own fighting techniques.
Can't be performed by a samurai because it's not part of their code?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct, Leon. You got it.
Wow. I'm really feeling the Sekiro guy.
You're very smart.
Was that a dream? Or
Thanks, Cal.
was it real?
Whether it
Looked
was
like
a
that skill
dream
tree was about
or it
attacks in
was
the air
reality,
and hiding one's body.
We're going to look at the skill tree here in a second.
Oh, I want to see it so bad, Dan.
Well, we're going to look at it. That's what we're here for. New gameplay today is all about that.
Those are the two categories I was most interested in. Attacking in the air and hiding one's body.
Well, attacking in the air probably comes a little bit later in the game.
What I saw is what truly happened.
That's how it works.
Let's see what we have here.
Oh, this is the
Oh,
axe,
the monkey axe.
Nice.
Loaded axe.
And a flame vent?
Yes, the flame vent.
Ooh, for that ogre of
That's right.
ours.
So do you have to spend currency for him to make those things? You just have to find them.
Not to make those, but to upgrade them. You'll find lots of crafting materials across the world. Hey, And since we've got more prosthetics, we have this skill tree as well.
My goodness.
So boom, 2 skill trees to work
What is
on.
It contains ways to bite into your foes with that fang of yours. In other words, fighting techniques for your prosthetic arm.
I see.
There are some really good stuff in that tree, which we'll take a look at in a minute.
Prosthetic techniques wouldn't ever be needed.
Are you earning skill points at pretty much the same rate across the game?
You do not. In fact, every skill point costs more points to acquire than the last.
Gotcha.
So you can't just grind infinitely, but I will say that there are points in the game that makes grinding easier if you are looking to catch up.
But there aren't levels per se, are there?
I mean, they may as well be, but you're right.
Sure.
They're not levels. Like you don't get not like a Dark Souls level.
Right.
There's no turning back from this path now. The least I can do is load your arm.
Let's take a look at skills, shall we?
Do it. Skill time.
You have 3 prosthetics equipped at any time. And as I said, those prosthetics will upgrade and change.
Right.
Acquiring skills. Boom. Here we are.
Oh my god.
This is what skill points are for. Big trees that you can put points into. So we have the shinobi arts here. Now, it's kind of cool how they don't tell you what these things are until you get to the tree, the path in front of them.
Oh, interesting.
So this one, we don't have enough skill points for it yet, but this is really good against that spear guy. You kind of, I would say that it's almost needed, but
you step on his spear.
Yes, you do. In fact, this is one of the most important skills in the entire game. So think about getting this one and practicing the Makiri counter. It is very valuable. This whirlwind slash is all right. It's good for dealing with multiple enemies, but you want this Makiri counter. And I'll hit R2. Here's the prosthetic tree. This is really good. The grappling hook attack.
Okay.
As we talked about a little bit earlier. If you've got a... yeah, you want this. Luckily, they put some crucial skills first. Chasing Slice is nice, and it can be used with the Shuriken. And 2 other prosthetics that are unknown because they've got question marks there. But as you unlock new prosthetics, it'll tell you exactly what can be used for. They kind of want to keep a lot of things hidden until you find them, which is interesting. You won't get all the prosthetics till much later in the game.
Hidden like a shinobi.
Indeed. Okay, so we've got some stuff now.
So you're saving your points because you want to get the Makiri
I do want the Makiri counter. Yeah. But I don't know if we're gonna go try to fight the ogre now. I might want to spend my point because otherwise I'm just gonna lose everything up game.
You've got your flame
Dude,
arm.
the fight he can still get a stray tag on. I mean, I don't have an.
We're talking about Dan Tack here.
I've only got 13 spirit. Dan Tack has been fighting other stuff. He hasn't fought one of those chained ogres for a while.
I just saw you fight one.
Yeah, wait a second. What are you talking?
I'm trying to think of where we should go next exactly. There are multiple avenues available to us.
Play your way.
I'm trying to think if I remember where another gourd seed is because that would help a lot.
So, is this world all interconnected? Could you?
It is.
Go okay.
Outside of the Hirata estate is outside of everything. Everything else is interconnected.
So those memories are kind of disconnected, but everything
Correct.
else is one big
That's
interconnected area.
right. That's right.
Cool.
Like Tony Hawk's Project 8.
Dude,
Exactly.
it's just like Tony Hawk's Project 8.
That's where Dark Souls, Demon's Souls got it from. Was they were trying
Now,
to
see,
do Tony Hawk's Project.
If you have,
originally a Tony Hawk's Project
if you
8
have trouble
game.
with this ogre, which you might, even with the flame vent, one of these strategies is to get enough skill points that you get more spirit emblems, so that you can use the flame vent more times, so you can turn them on fire more, and that will help a lot. Getting more spirit emblems is actually really good.
All right. So what did you just do there? You turned on your flame thing.
Yeah.
And what's that? Is that mapped to a button?
Correct.
Like you have to
Yes.
activate it, and then
Very
when you
good,
press.
Kyle.
You guys making fun of me like I'm dumb. I just want to know how the controls work.
Kyle, have you heard of a video game?
I have, but like I didn't know if maybe the 3 skills were individually mapped to buttons, or if you had to,
So
say, I'm going to use the flame one now.
Your prosthetic is mapped to one button.
Okay. See?
And you can
That's all I wanna
swap
know.
the prosthetic out.
All he said was very good.
Yeah, but your tone was dismissive.
Oh no! See, we already
Oh,
screwed
no.
up. And even like a little thing like that can mean the world.
Yeah. Blast him!
Fire!
I heard that he didn't like that.
Yeah. See, you can gives you a big window, but you still got to
Nice.
be careful.
Yeah.
And you actually have to time when he does things because if you hit him with it at certain points, he just won't care. Like there.
Like that, for
Yeah,
instance.
you were showing it. You were giving us an example, right?
And this is how fast death is.
That was very fast.
Yikes.
He's out of here.
And this is actually still just a practice fight, which is... Well, you'll get it. Like, it's not that hard, especially with the fire.
He's putting it out.
But getting the...
Whoa! What the?
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, I don't even know what I did there. But,
Oops.
Now, how does that help
Whoa.
you fight
Oh,
there?
that was a pro strat. Did it just take some of your health there? Is
Yes,
that
it
what
does.
happened? When you fell off the ledge like that?
yeah, it does take your health when it comes up the ledge.
Good thing you had those gourd seeds.
I'm not going to be able to do it in this fight. He's got me.
Almost got him.
Well, he's got
That's-
2 gloves.
Exactly. See, Kyle's looking. Kyle knows.
Yeah, I know how video games work, guys.
Very good, Kyle.
Oh, thanks, Leo.
Whoa.
That's
That's another
a
wrestling
total
move.
wrestling move.
Yeah.
Like, dude gets some serious distance on this stuff, you know?
With a spear.
You're knocking over those lamps.
I just wish you'd go for it. Come on.
That was like
Another wrestling move.
the kick.
That's right. Nice.
Yeah, but I'm out of heals, and I'm out of flame vent, more importantly.
So is that the only way to progress past that orb, is to do a finishing move like that?
Correct.
Onto the next bar?
That's
Okay.
absolutely correct.
Cool. Yeah, that kind of makes the boss fights have a pace to them. It's interesting, like a clear division between the...
What? Come on! Come on!
Jeez. Ain't resurrecting from that one.
Well, I was dead anyway, but yeah.
I know. Let's just make
Oh, and that right there, that is the most minor of tastes of a boss. Like, he is simple and dumb compared to stuff you fight later.
He kept tricking you into jumping off the edge.
He's really good at that. I'm not saying that I'm any smarter, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Now
You're perfectly matched.
I'm out of spirit emblems. Normally, you'd farm a little bit at this point in the game to get some skills.
Well, we don't have to. We don't have to.
We don't have time
kill
for
this
that,
guy.
though. We
But you still have all your money?
no, my money. Oh, I had unseed aid.
Yeah,
So-
what does that mean?
Okay, time to explore. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
Everyone read to yourself.
So you have a 30% chance to
Correct.
not take that hit
Now,
to your skill bar.
that's going to go down as Dragon Rod increases. Okay, the other mechanic I talked about. Although I don't know if it's hit me with the Dragon Rod yet. That was really nice that I saved my stuff.
You should just cure Dragon Rod. That sounds like.
Well, we can't because
pain.
we don't have Dragon Rod to cure yet.
I
This
just
is
mean in
before the
general.
vaccine.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You just in the game. Just do that.
I'm doing a run for Dragon Rod awareness.
I'm trying to think of what we could do next.
Go get a gourd seed.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know where the next gourd seed is.
Oh, okay.
Check a gourd.
Dan is getting up. He's leaving the studio.
Brilliant. No, but
That's
yeah,
what I would do.
I mean, I can take the ogre, but I need spirit emblems. We haven't killed anything. Normally, I would recommend doing a little grinding at this point in the game, just to
grind.
familiarize yourself with combat and get some points. You know, all that good stuff.
Gotta love those points.
Get some coins. Coins are good.
I like coins.
Like you got to pay that merchant.
Yeah, we still got to give him 50. Whatever.
Actually, I think that dude
is.
sells you a gourd seed,
Oh.
but we don't have anywhere near the money.
Well, I thought he only needed 50. We have
That's
105.
It's 50 just to purchase information from him. That's not gonna.
But he said it'll give you a memory. And you can spend that on an upgrade, right?
No, if only he gave you a memory.
Oh, he just tells you about something?
Yeah, memories are only acquired from killing major bosses.
Right.
He gives you a
Major
memory
bosses.
in like the real world literal sense, and that he tells
Sure,
you something
I
you
was-
forgot.
I was going to say, I have a ton of memories.
Well, it's interesting because we just saw him in the Colorado
past.
States when we were there,
Yeah, he told you to go check out that that treasure.
and we will check out that treasure. But to get to that treasure, we have to beat the ninja hunter, who I'd like to have a certain prosthetic upgrade first to do, because it helps a lot, and the Makiri.
Hello, sir.
What night?
You don't remember?
No.
Oh, I see. You don't remember. Listen, sir. I was a thief back then. But those days are behind me.
It's a good scam to say, hey, I remember something about you. I'll tell you what it is.
For $50.
Yeah, there's a night you don't remember, which you can't prove that there isn't, and I'll tell you about it.
By the way, Leo, I've been meaning to tell you. Something happened the other day. Do you remember it?
No.
No. Well, if you give me some money, I'll clue you in.
Okay, $50, okay?
Yeah, that'll
Here's some coin.
Here's some coin.
Oh, thanks, good sir.
Now talk.
Now talk.
You forgot to feed your cat.
My gang broke into
Oh, that's why he's dead.
As you're aware, the Murata family is part of the Ashina.
Good transaction.
Now,
Dark
normally
turn.
they'd
Good transaction to you.
with petty thieves like us. I mean, no sweat. But it just so happens we broke in during a battle. Yeah. Almost all the young samurai were away from home, and it was a
So he's describing the memory we just played.
Correct. That's absolutely right.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's blowing my mind.
Cool.
You were looking for something. At least that's what it looked like to me. Well, that's all I know about that night.
I see.
Yeah. You still... Listen. Good for a price. I might be able to tell you
tidbits, you say?
other tidbits you might find useful. For a price, of course. I'm a merchant now.
You're gonna want to make friends with this guy, just for your information.
$100.
But see,
So he's not just extorting you?
He can provide a number of useful services over the course of the game.
Oh, so you can grappling hook to another point before touching the ground.
Oh yes, you're gonna. There are several points that you're gonna want to do that. Yes.
I'm a fan of that.
Trying to think of what we want to tackle next.
I'm sorry if we've been over this, but when you're grappling, is it a different input to fly over it rather than land on it, or is it just the different points do
it's a different
things?
point. So if you see a triangle, it means you're going to fly through it. And if you see the circle, it means you're going to go to it.
Gotcha. Thank you. Almost Sly Cooper-ish.
So good.
Yeah, that's all I mean by that. Is that it's cool.
So this is the point of the game where this is a good time to play and familiarize yourself with things while you earn some coins and some skill points. Because skill points definitely help. They're not direct power. You have to learn how to use those skills. But they can make a huge difference in battles. Just immense. So if you ever find yourself stuck, think about how those skills could be applied to the fight.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what endgame combat looks like.
Oh, it's a different world.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing it's a lot more people getting stabbed through the neck in violent ways.
Perhaps, Kyle, but we can't talk about it today.
Yeah, it's a spoiler. What would you pick up there?
That's
Ungo's
some
sugar.
Now, I want to talk about that for a second.
Yeah. You may.
You know, in a lot of games, using consumables, you never want to do it right. You want to make sure you save them. This game, you're going to want to use them, like, a lot, because they really help. Really, really, really help. So maybe if you're stuck in a fight, think about how you can use consumables to make it maybe just a little bit easier.
Now, how did you even know that guy was going to attack you?
I don't know. He seemed nice to me.
I love the leaping off people's heads.
Yeah, do you like that?
Oh my goodness.
These are skills I've acquired through many years of combat.
You're doing Catwoman moves.
Yeah. The head posture smash is a very useful tool.
Head posture smash.
Very cool. Oh, you got a ton of currency.
Right. I just want to get maybe to a second skill point. Maybe I actually want to just buy enough so I can get some spirit emblems. It's funny because normally I have like literally like 1,000 spirit emblems saved up. So this is it's very unusual that I can't use my prosthetics.
Right.
So which something I want to correct. As you can see, they're very useful.
Oh, you're grinding.
I'm not grinding. I just want to have a full bevy of.
You're just killing the same enemies over and over to gain additional experience.
Yeah, what's that called?
I don't want to put labels.
I actually don't want the experience. That's not what I'm after.
Oh, so it's not grinding if you don't want.
I want the spirit emblems, and I'm not getting any.
Are we having another backlog discussion here, Dan?
Wait, I maintain my words in the backlog.
And I'm not grinding.
I just want spirit emblems.
No, it's fine. We want you to have.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go
emblems.
take on the ogre without the spirit emblems. Screw
No,
this.
get the spirit emblems. We're just making fun of Dan for saying you're not grinding when you're clearly grinding.
I'm not grinding. I just want the spirit emblems.
Grinding's fun. You throw on a podcast, you know?
Yeah, I got no problem with grinding.
All right, that's it.
You'd think they would give up after they saw that. Like, if I saw a dude doing that, I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Take it. Here. Have what's in my pockets.
What's that kind of poison meter there?
That's burning.
Oh, you're on fire?
I am not on fire yet.
Oh, if
that meter
it fills up, you
yeah.
light on fire. Classic.
And does that kill you or just do damage?
That will do damage over time, and it's nasty. You don't want it. At this point in the game, it's basically dying, but
Mhm.
later, not so serious. Now you see, like I said, you can purchase the Spirit Emblem, so I'll just buy a bunch right now so we can go.
Oh, and you can also, you don't have to go back home, so to speak, you can just get your new skills here.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
At any one of the, but to affix the prosthetics, you have to go home.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Because now you have enough to get your the where you jump on the spear.
Mikiri.
The Mikiri.
And that's swords, spears, whatever. It's a perfectly timed dodge style attack. It's a very interesting one that you're going to want to spend some time with. In fact, you know what I should do? I should pick that up and then show you how the one dude works. Since to be honest, we can't go too much farther than we've already gone.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. You want to do that?
I want to do whatever you think is best.
Yeah, we do have enough for it, don't we? Okay.
And now you can look at you can actually look at the follow-up skills now.
Yes. Every tier that you get to, you'll be able to see the tier behind it.
Can we look at them?
Yes. Yes, we can, Leo.
Thank you. I'm very curious.
Leo, you're already plotting out your character in your head, I think.
A little bit.
Leo, man, I mean, I can't talk about whether I like the game or not until tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not going anywhere with that.
I also want to ask you off camera how long it is, because that is
you're gonna
something I want to know before I go into it.
That's certainly not something I can talk about right now.
We've heard thousands of hours. We've heard days, years, I think
Millions
you said
of years.
earlier. Millions of years, right?
So, okay, let's check out
Well,
the...
if you main path, about 30 hours. If you want to do everything, 1 million years.
We know it's at least somewhere between an hour and 22 minutes and a million years.
So it unlocks the next tier so you can see everything. So this one gives you more Spirit Emblems, which is super useful. You might dismiss this early on, being like, oh, just more Spirit Emblems to hold? That's trash. But those prosthetic uses can get you through so much. You definitely want those. Mid-air deflection, really good. Anytime you see a skill with deflection, you want it. Trust me. Run slide, certainly a very valuable and essential. Like I'm so used to having all these skills that
Easily deceives enemies' eyes. Yes.
This one's good. This one gives you better stealth.
Yes.
Having fun in there, Leo?
Leo's enjoying this too much.
Leo's favorite style of game is one where you can look at a group of people and decide how you're going to kill them.
Yeah, that's very important to this game. Very.
It's you.
It's
You
a
may use me to hone your swordsmanship,
good way of putting it.
if you like.
Perfectly realized societies.
Mhm.
So as you acquire new skills, you'll get new options here for this training guy, which is super useful because you're going to want an opportunity to train these skills in a safe environment before you try to apply them for the field, where it's going to be much more stressful.
Can he kill you?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, yeah, that would be handy.
A powerful risky move that deals much more posture damage than a regular deflect. Let's give it a try.
So what's your kind of
awesome
rule of thumb for like when you're hitting counter, like when it
You have
glows,
to.
or
You'll know. All I can say is you'll know. Well,
how
that's why
about-
this training is useful.
Well, for this one in particular, like when are you pressing circle?
Yeah, is it that glint of the sword?
It's a learned experience.
Just a feel?
It really is. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, because it does look after the glint.
It is after.
Okay.
It has
That's
to
what
be.
I was curious, yeah.
Technically, the game tells you it's at the moment of impact. That's
Gotcha.
when you're supposed to hit it.
Okay.
Come back whenever. If you have tech.
And obviously, the Makiri isn't going to help us against the ogre, but it may help us against someone else.
I trust you on this.
I can honestly tell you, without any other spoilers, that is a skill that you should learn and master. Because it feels really good to land that on some jerk who is a punishing opponent with dangerous attacks.
Is it
like-
Kyle?
And I don't mean anyone we're going to see today.
That's why Dan was shouting Makiri in the office when I kept trying to punch him.
that's all I do. I'm like, Makiri, Makiri.
Say, hey, Dan, you wanted to borrow a pen? And he'd stomp the pen to the floor and stab you through
Exactly.
the spine.
That's how I died.
And that's how you died.
Twice.
I'm very curious how Ghost of Tsushima will measure up to this.
I think they're going to be so different in terms of like everything. I don't know what they keep getting compared because of the era, but
And the swordplay, right? The distinguished samurai swordplay.
yeah, this game has mad swordplay. Yeah,
That's the thing. Is like this looks like it's doing a great job of realizing that.
fully realized societies.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Tsushima just because I love Sucker Punch so much. So
For sure.
I'm curious to see how they. I mean, we're gonna compare them just because of the.
I don't
the
want
sort of
them compared. I just
historical
don't want them compared.
The
Don't
historical
come to the
relevancy
top
of it.
50 meeting. Then.
Yeah. Is that even? We don't even know if that's out this year. I don't think. So.
Oh, really?
Tsushima.
I don't think
I
it's
could be
been
wrong
announced.
about that. But
Interesting. I don't have any insider information on that. If anyone's wondering, I'm just a fool who gets things wrong.
See, now he's burning, so he's going to take vitality damage.
Oh, trick him into jumping off the edge.
Yeah, not
He won't
so
do
fun.
it. He won't do it.
Like the soundtrack.
Oh,
See,
barely.
Sometimes you got to really know the range.
Whoa!
Could you have grappled back to him in midair?
I can't
Saw the
discuss.
little
I can't
indicator.
discuss that. At this point.
I just
No,
saw the little indicator. Okay,
There's
I won't
no way-
press further.
There's no way of knowing, Leo.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm running out of charges.
You got this.
So what did you do there? Like the grapple icon came up and you just...
No grapple there.
Okay, so he was sort of staggered and you just went up to him and
Once
pressed
you
R1?
once you deplete his posture bar, he'll open up. You'll have the opportunity to unleash that death blow.
Okay. And it's a matter of just being in
It's
the right
simply
place
a
and
m-
pressing R1?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Once his posture bar hits the cap.
The P bar.
And now I'm out of fire.
Right.
The only fire you have is in your heart.
Oh boy,
Oh.
close one.
He's a big boy.
So is there any kind of dodge besides just jumping like that?
There is.
Okay. Ooh.
But this is not the time to discuss it.
Right.
Just concentrate, man. We're all rooting you on silently.
Yes, let's all
It's like
watch in
watching
silence.
It's like watching golf.
Yeah. Just guiding Andy here. Getting in a quick strike. Before backing off.
Using grappling hook. Get on his head.
And I got too greedy. I always get too greedy. I'm like that in Souls too.
Getting a little greedy here.
I'm getting mad greedy.
It's getting mad greedy.
Correction? I'm just hearing that it's mad greedy. I saw GIFs going around about how perfect the hitboxes are in this game.
They're great.
Yeah.
That's like a From Software staple is like crazy hitboxes and like
Definitely looks like every attack that has hit you deserves to. So far. Oh, goodness.
Ouch!
You're good, though. You can do this.
You got this.
So you're not locking onto him?
I am, if you've noticed.
Oh, you are? Okay. I thought it would be more like clear.
That little white dot.
Ah, okay.
Oh, God.
This is
And this is, by the way, guys, this is like one of the easiest fights in the whole
Yeah.
Get him, Dan. Dan,
get him!
Dan, get him!
Dan, get him!
Yeah, right
Yeah,
there. Deeper.
Dan.
Nice.
Thank you for getting him, like I asked you.
You got him.
Hey, you got a prayer bead.
And some medicine.
And some
This is
medicine.
so you can get latent skills off these mini bosses as well.
So, do you have that, or can you now
I have it.
get it?
I've got it.
Nice. Ooh.
This is the binoculars, for lack of a better thing. You know, are you familiar with the Souls games? And now, I'm going to show you guys.
Oh, you got a gourd seed, everybody.
I'm going to show you guys something that people might not find. It's time to do that.
It's time. Hour
Let
and a
us
half
do
into
that.
this video.
You ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready. You guys, Jeffin?
I think so.
This
I'm
is
a little
kind of a
scared.
very. You should be terrified.
Oh my god.
Because we're going to go someplace really dark now. Actually, I got a couple of really sweet things to show you guys. How much time we got left?
30 minutes.
Okay, we'll make this quick.
Yeah.
I want to show you a couple things here. There's a mini boss here who's really easy after you clear out of. Basically, you just kill everybody and then stab in the back and then do the deflection. Many of the samurai mini bosses are kind of like that.
Oh, there's one of those lizard things.
Yeah, we'll talk about more about those later. Right now, I'm going to take you to a magical place.
Disney World?
This is not like Disney World.
Oh, Disney World Japan.
Divine confetti. Now, what could that be?
Orlando Studio.
This is this is a very important item.
Pulp is.
But I don't want to
spread.
talk about it too much. You'll find that around the game. This is interesting. Here, let's read this.
Let's read this.
Uh-oh. Should we turn back? We
This
should
is something
probably
you
turn
kind of got to be looking for, as you'll see. That requires a little bit of.
back. Oh, leap of faith.
More than that, a little bit of A
Oh.
little bit of there's lots of discovery like this in this game. You're going to want to explore every nook and cranny for grapple locations and more.
You got a little cold?
I think I'm coming down with a little bit of sniffles.
Damn.
That's tradition when we play From Software games. Someone has to be sick.
What could be in here?
Sick in the head.
What could be
Out
in
of your
here?
gourd.
I want to show you what's in here.
Is this the magical dark place?
Very carefully.
This seems too dark.
That thing we want. That thing lives down here. We want to avoid that.
Is that
Oh,
gone?
God. Took me a second to even realize what I was looking at.
But you're not doing the thing that you said you were supposed to do.
His aura slows you down.
Oh, weird. He seems bad.
That would be an accurate assessment, Kyle.
Can't be head the headless.
It's the kind of video game insight I'm here for. That thing is bad. This is quite a far away. You know, this is like a big area to be totally hidden.
It is. And this is a very special item that I want to show you.
Oh, that's cool.
This is a very interesting item.
Better be.
It is.
Can you break those?
Oh, crap. I forgot about this guy. Oh, he's nothing.
I fought a bunch of those in Onimusha a few weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah, they had a lot of enemies like that with the claws.
Yes. Oh, we can't talk about those.
Can you break the vases, though?
Yeah, there are
That's a-
vases back there.
A lot of the vases are breakable.
Okay, good.
Is there stuff in them?
I've never found an item in one, but
Okay.
But you still have to break them all.
you don't have to.
No, I do.
Now this is a thing.
That's a
Not
thing.
negotiable, really.
Do not ring this bell. Okay. I take it you're gonna ring it, Dan.
Yeah, can you go ahead and ring that bell?
Let's ring the bell.
Does he say you can ring my bell?
Think outside the bun.
Oh, that really got me,
You're
Leo.
too good to me, Kyle.
Oh, you're too funny. Taco Bell. A bell demon? So that seems bad.
Right. So it makes enemies harder, but you also get better drops.
Huh.
Now.
Yeah, but
And you can
drop
turn it off by
dead.
So
using that?
they don't screw you over. You can get rid of it by using the item. So boom.
Oh, you don't even want to do it.
Okay, so you rang the bell, received the bell demon, and then you can just
You can get rid of it when you want. So it's basically you can turn it off.
That's cool.
Are there more? You probably can't say if there are more things like this.
I can't.
Okay, that's interesting.
So yeah, you can. I'm not going to tell you the obvious applications here, like you want to turn this on before you go farm.
Mm-hmm.
And what is farming? Have we figured out what that is?
We took a look at that earlier, Kyle.
Okay. Cool.
Now let's go check out something else.
Let's. I like looking at this game a lot. It's very pretty.
Yeah, and
Looks fun.
I can't wait to talk more about it. Come back tomorrow at Game Informer, and we can talk all about stuff that I can't talk about today.
Not just your review, but
Right.
on Thursday's episode of the Game Informer Show, our weekly podcast. You'll be
Yeah.
discussing it.
Hmm.
And
Stay
don't
tuned.
worry, I won't spoil anything, but there's some stuff I want to talk about even in vague terms. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, we're very limited with the embargo right now.
What? What's happening? Guys?
Some kind of quaking
What
earth
is
situation.
happening? I have a feeling this is going to be something.
Is this a avalanche or a monster? Or a monster
I don't know.
avalanche?
Let's proceed down this path and see what happens. Oh, looking around.
Looking around.
You're an incredible actor, Dan.
I trained for many years. I used to win awards for it.
Mid-air grappling. Oh, okay. That's just saying jump and then press L2. Are you, when you're on the branches like that, can you fall off? Or are you just kind of locked into that
Sometimes.
path?
Depends on the area.
Okay.
I would like to reiterate how smart my Sly Cooper could be. Oh my god.
Oh! I'm sorry, what was that, Leo?
Now, as you can imagine, I probably can't kill this foe by slashing at its scales.
No.
That's big and scary.
My god.
How are you gonna beat that, Dan?
You can't beat that.
Come back Thursday and I'll tell you.
Is that in the review? Just a quick paragraph. By the way, you may encounter a large white snake. Here's how you beat it. Doesn't really affect.
Yeah, I put it in the review.
Yeah.
Can you grapple and run on its back?
Can you adopt a child to learn its language and translate for you?
That's a secret that we don't talk about.
I guess you would
Oh
adopt.
boy.
So do you want to hit it with your sword?
Kyle, why don't you just wait and see what happens?
Are you gonna get it right now?
I think it's cool. I like just fully realistic, like normal looking animals that are just huge. Oh. Palanquin.
Favorite comedian?
The star of True Blood.
Oh,
right in the
my
eyeball!
God.
That was an Anna Paquin joke, by the way. I don't know if that came through.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dan,
this is terrifying.
That snake didn't do anything to you. I mean, for being honest,
First
it
the
didn't attack
chickens,
you.
now the snake.
Yeah, those chickens. Those were cool.
They're covered in blood.
Whoa!
Forgot about that part.
There's probably ships inside of there. Whoa!
Man, I thought the exit was right here.
Don't get eaten.
Oh! Yeah, he got.
Oh my God.
You can come back though.
Yeah. Missed that jump.
Yeah,
I missed my window of opportunity. I think. Got to get up there.
Holy cow, that was
Surprisingly,
cool.
I didn't die in that at all. The first time I did it, but so that's why I don't
All
actually
right.
know the stop points.
We'll take your word for it.
Don't worry, there's plenty of other places that I died about 1 billion times. Like 1 billion. It's an accurate estimate. But that wasn't one of them.
Oh, weird.
This is weird. I forgot about this. Oh, this is the dragon.
You're inside the snake's stomach.
No, he didn't actually eat me. Come on, you saw the footage.
Boy
It
can
was a
dream.
gun, not a fence.
So, you're awake. Your death is not your fate. Just yet.
Oh, now these are things you don't want to get. Okay, and you can get these for any friend that you meet along your way.
Coughs zealously. Uh-oh. Not the timid maid.
I know.
Is that the gourd woman?
And now you get an explanation.
So you can cure them.
You can.
But it's not permanent cure, right? Like
Correct. Death can trigger it.
What's wrong? Dragon rot. The stagnation overflows and spreads. A disease that leads eventually to death. What are you talking about? You don't need to worry about me. I'm not normal, you see. It's difficult for me to speak now. Ask Emma about the rest.
So he can't do his thing when he's...
No, he can't.
Oh,
But
he
there
can't.
are other characters that may not be able to.
Okay.
Games rarely dare to
that the
make things harder when you die.
It cannot lock you out of essential services.
Right.
But it can lock you out of quest progression for some side
Repeated
quests.
use leads to stagnation.
Reminds me of
which will
a
eventually reach a point.
Hellblade,
overflows.
Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah.
This
Had a similar
causes
thing. That
those
turned
who
out
do
to be
not
fake,
have
right?
the power
You couldn't
Uh,
actually die?
Yeah.
A disease known as dragon
It was
rot.
just a narrative
He knew
thing.
much about it.
Which
but
was,
even so,
I would argue,
he
was
unable to determine
effective.
a cure.
It was also called Rod, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I do not know. However, it must be stopped. I am unsure. But the first step is to look through my mentor's research and see if I can discover a way.
Thank you.
You want this gourd seed?
By the way.
Yeah, give me a gourd seed.
Goodbye.
All right. I think that's a good look at the opening moments.
Thank you so much, Dan Tack.
Yeah, we
Thank
saw
you.
a lot. I'm gonna play this game.
There's so much more behind this, and I hope to be able to talk more about that tomorrow and in the weeks to come.
Yes, so tomorrow morning the review goes up?
That's right.
Great. And then we have the podcast later in the afternoon, youtube.com/GameInformer, and then the game releases this Friday, March 22nd on PS4, Xbox, and PC. Thanks,
And
everybody.
Will you play it for everyone who watches, Dan?
Good question.
Will I play the whole game
Yeah.
for him?
Yeah, just on a personal, like, player-to-player level.
I think I want to let those secrets be explored
Like and
for
subscribe, and
themselves.
Dan Tech will come to your house and play for you. There we go.
Great. He'll do the share play thing, and he'll share your remote with you.
That's a promise.